आमे माने मध्य से दिगरे यथेष्ट चेष्टा कलु एवं शेषरे जा हला ऑनलाइन रे पाठ पढ़ा हबो पाठ पढ़ा बंद हो पारिबो नै सेति पई नूतन विकल्पर अनुसंधान करा गला एठी आरंभ हला शिक्षा क्षेत्र रे प्रयुक्ति विद्यार सहयोग प्रयुक्ति विद्या बल रे आमे से संकट को आमे समाधान करि पारिलु शिक्षा व्यवस्था ठीक भाव संचालित हो पारिला एवं हमर जो शिक्षादंड व्यवस्था को आमे त्वरान्वित कलु पिला माने मध्य परवर्ती काल रे तार उपकार पाइले तबे ए समस्या तो समाधान हला किंतु आर अनेक किछि छाप रहि गला परिणति हला जे पिला माने मोबाइल बिना से माने आ क्लास करबा तांको पके सहज हला नै पिला मानेकर लेखा लिखि करिवार तांकर ए जो अभ्यास ता धीरे धीरे छाड़ी गला पुस्तक पठन मध्य से मानक पई आयस साध्य हे गला एटा मध्य हम मानक पई नूतन समस्या आबे देखा देछि तेना आशा करूची ए समस्या मध्य धीरे धीरे समाधित होई जिवो एवं ये दिगरे आज जो पाठ्यचक्रटी हेछि ता निसंदेह अनेक गुरुत्वपूर्ण मु वर्तमान हमर जे अतिथि अच्छन आज अछंती निवेदिता मैडम को अनुष्ठान तरफ स्वागत करूची निश्चित भाव से हमको ये दिगरे दिग्दर्शन देबे एवं आज ये सेमिनार आयोजन करथिबा नृतत्व विभाग अध्यापक विक्रम कुमार जेना एवं आशुतोष बाबू ता सहित मोर समस्त अनुष्ठान स्टाफ मानकू एवं विद्यार्थी मानकू समस्त को यही सेमिनार को सफल करने निवेदन करी मो वक्तव्य सार करूछि।
Thank you, sir. I am agree with you, sir. Today's webinar is on integrations of technology with education, challenges and issues, an in-depth study from anthropological perspective. This webinar will highlight the challenges issues related to online education at lower level, how teachers face problems in a parental environment, and children participants in remote instructions. Because of this low technological literacy, because of the low technological literacy and lack of fluency in the English language, how they faced challenges in implementing remote instructions with children from different socio-economic background. Now, I would like to invite our HOD to give a brief introduction of our speaker, Dr. Nivedita Nath. Please continue, sir.
Thank you, Ashutosh sir. It's a privilege to introduce ma'am to our this fraternity or the audience. Dr. Nivedita Nath ma'am is an associate professor at Department of Anthropology, Kalanandi University, Bhawanipatna. She is a director of IQAC and member of College Development Council. And in her student days, she has secured first position in BA, MA, and field levels. Received OSANY Award for Best Graduate Humanity and ICSSR Fellowship for doctoral work. She was also a gold medalist at BA and MA level. She was a faculty at Sambalpur University during 2003 and 2004, 2007 and 2009 on full-time basis. In KIT University 2011 to 2014. Then in Government Women's College, Sambalpur 2014 to 2019. Gangadhar Mehr University, Sambalpur 2020 to 2022. Dr. Nivedita ma'am worked in project funded by Wind Rock International, India, WHO, UNDP, World Bank, Swiss Aid and Trokai while working at National Alliance of Women NAWO and Regional Medical Research Center RMRC Bhubaneswar. She has visited University of Oslo, Norway. She has published more than 25 papers in different journals, national and international, edited volumes, authors 1 book, editor of 2 books, associate auditor of 2 volumes. She is content writer of Odisha State Open University. She is also the co-5 of Center of Excellence OCGG of GM University. She is currently handling 2 projects. One is One Bank, another one is Odisha government. One is Sambalpuri Dance and Music, and another one is geriatrics and gerontology. Her current area of interest are children and childhood, gender, tribals, and cultural studies. Well, this is quite a lot of achievement, ma'am. We are grateful to have you. and we are eagerly listening to, waiting for listening to you. We are welcoming you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bikram, for this nice introduction. A very good morning to one and all present over here and virtually in the in the Zoom platform. Respected Principal, Sri Vijay Kumar Maharana Sir of Model Degree College, Devgarh. Convener of today's webinar, Mr. Bikram, Assistant Professor, MDC, Devgarh, who is a very enthusiastic anthropologist, and moderator, Mr. Asutos, whom also I know, and all the faculties of Model Degree College, students of MDC, and all others who are present in this Zoom platform for today's webinar. And first of all, I'd like to thank the principal of MDC Devgarh and Mr. Bikram of MDC Devgarh for inviting me for this lecture. And the title of today's lecture is Integration of Technology with Education, Issues and Challenges, an in-depth qualitative study from anthropological perspective. And to start with, technology has penetrated in all aspects of life, and so also education. But education and technology become inseparable during the pandemic only, because the COVID-19 pandemic affected all areas of life, and education is the worst hit area by the COVID-19 pandemic worldwide. Is the PPT visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I have conducted this study with two other faculties, and I must acknowledge those faculties with whom we carried out the project. Dr. Sangeeta Nath of Department of Education, University of Mumbai, and our advisor is Professor Joshna Patnaik, Department of Education, California University, United States of America. So when COVID-19 affected all the aspects of life, and it affected education mostly, because to stop the chain of transmission of COVID, the schools and colleges and universities were completely shut down all of a sudden. To prevent this disruption in education, educational institutions transitions into virtual modes. And in this project, we have worked on two aspects. One is the online education at the primary level, at the primary grade, and another is the online education at the university students. And here, I'd like to share my experiences, my study with the primary grade children, because at the university level, we somehow the students were techno-savvy, and the students had to some extent access to digital devices, mobile, laptop or computers, and they are grown-up children.
Recording in progress.
And these grown-up children somehow adjusted. There is a echo, I think.
I request participant to mute yourself.
Yeah, now it's okay. So university students somehow managed with online education, but think about the primary school children, the small children who entered to school with the guidance of the parents, with the guidance of the children. You think how a mobile can teach the very foundation of ABC, ORE to small children of lower primary grades, who are taught by the parents and teachers by holding their hands with utmost love and care. जो छोटो छुआ मानकु पेरेंट्स आउ टीचर माने हाथ धरिकी लेखिबा सिखांती तांकु मध्ये ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन पाई गवर्नमेंट इंस्ट्रक्शन देला, and all the government and private schools also started teaching to these small children in online mode. And that also disturbed me, how the foundation of the primary grade children is shattered because of this COVID-19. And today's presentation centers around the teaching learning process at the primary schools during the pandemic, and it explores the process of online education, the challenges faced by small children, parents, teachers, and the positive and negative impact of online teaching during pandemic. Because as you all know that education has three pillars: teacher, student, and parents. Without these three pillars, the process of education will not be successful. So the present project covered the challenges faced by all the three stakeholders of education, and also we analyzed the positive and negative impact of this online education during the pandemic. And what is the relevance of this study? Because you may ask that COVID has gone, but what is the relevance of this study? As the principal told that COVID tara chapo chhadi jaichi. Okay, the hangover has still not stopped. We have not come out of the habits that we formed during the COVID, like too much intimacy with the mobile. Then who knows what will come in future, because now also different variants of COVID are coming, and everybody is telling every now and then the next variant is coming, the next variant is coming. So we should be prepared for the future situations, for the future in such kind of situations in future. Because during this COVID pandemic, the teachers who are never taught in online mode, the students who are never read by using mobile or laptop, the parents who are never know about Google Meet and Zoom, all were forced to use these applications, use these apps, and continue the education, because the government, the society, the families did not want to disrupt the educational process. Everyone forcefully learned the methods, everyone forcefully did the class. Now it's time to analyze the effectiveness and to retrospect what best can be done if such situations come in future. And now also the educational institutions, they are thinking and planning to continue this blended mode to increase the effectiveness and to provide education to the children who are not coming to the school.
Ma'am,
Yes.
sorry for interruption.
Yes.
The slide is not moving.
Okay. And now coming to the methodology, because we all are anthropologists and we are doing research, and the students who are present here, they'll also do research in future too. So the approach of this study is qualitative, mostly qualitative, and we adapted the snowball sampling method. Snowball sampling method, here I like to say to the students that we decided the samples, we picked up the samples gradually during the course of our study, and we interviewed 40 teachers of both government and private schools, and we used a semi-structured interview schedule for collection of data, and we collected data through both personal interview and focus group discussion method. And what are the points? There is a disturbance, I think.
Let me check, ma'am.
Yes, some noise is coming. Yeah.
Audience, please mute yourself.
Yes.
Prajakti ma'am, please mute.
No, it's okay. So what are the issues we identified? The issues which we identified or which we touched were familiarity with online class before pandemic, availability of own device for the online class, device used for the online class, whether mobile or laptop or desktop, and the source of internet, whether it is a mobile data or it is Wi-Fi or it is hotspot from the parents or neighbors' mobile or other family members. Then was the data sufficient for the online class, and the internet connectivity issue, which is very often a problem. And the other themes which we focused were electricity and power issue, proper environment at home, and place of attending the class, because everyone does not have a proper place to do class at home, and distraction while attending online class, and the level of understanding which the students could understand during this online class. Now, as everybody knows, this I have put in slide just for the students, that how a interview schedule should be, and how we started and how we moved. So we started with some background questions like this: the age, the gender, and which standard they teach, whether it's a private school or a government school, and how long have been the teacher is teaching, and all those things. And did the school provided any kind of online instruction or training before pushing the teachers to do online class all of a sudden? And we also asked various open-ended questions to, as I said, the three stakeholders of education: the teachers, the students, and the parents. So these are the open-ended qualitative questions that were asked to the teachers. That is, which device the teachers were using, did they possess the device, or they brought it after the pandemic, and whether they are familiar with such kind of online meeting, and where from they learn, because very less percentage of parents teachers learn how to make a class, how to make video calls, how to use Google Meet or Zoom app, and whether the school provided any training before the execution of online classes. And these were the questions relating to teaching apps and teaching tools. And then also questions were asked to the teachers relating to the effectiveness of online teaching, evaluation and assessment related questions. And we also asked questions to the students and to the parents. So these are the students and parent related questions. This just I'm showing to the students to have an idea about how to start a study and frame a interview schedule. Then coming to first finding the method of teaching during the pandemic. So the teachers basically do online live classes in the applications like Google Meet and Zoom. These are the two applications where the students or the teachers in Western Odisha and Odisha did their classes. There are other applications like Microsoft Team and Google Classrooms, but since we are not very much techno-savvy, our study found that the teachers in Odisha used only these two platforms, Google Meet and Zoom. They are not acquainted or did not even know about Google Meet Classrooms and Microsoft Team, etc., the other applications. Then and they were sending the questions answer to the students via WhatsApp and Google Drive link, and they are forwarding the videos and YouTube link of videos through these WhatsApps. And in the government schools, we found that since the teachers were given different kinds of duties and they were told to visit to the different areas, they did personal visit during the COVID-19, and during this personal visit, they also interacted with the students and the parents. And some teachers at the government school also told that since it is not possible to do online classes because our students do not have sufficient data and smartphones, and they are not acquainted, neither they nor their parents, so they were doing phone calls, voice calls, and sometimes video calls on their own interest to trace the students' teaching habits, teaching learning habits, whether they're reading or not during this COVID-19 time. And now let us discuss what are the positive impacts of this online teaching, because the study found that online teaching was neither totally ineffective nor totally effective. So it was not effective 100%, it was not also ineffective totally. That's why it continued for 2 years, and that's why now also this communication through this WhatsApp group is going on even in schools and colleges and universities, and the higher education institutions, they are trying to have this blended mode of doing everything. So what are the positive impact of this COVID-19 situation or this online education? The first impact which we noticed, which we found, is that the student-parent interaction increased due to COVID-19, increased during this pandemic, because the schools are closed, the students remain totally at home, and what was happening earlier, the parents are still sending the children to schools, the children are reading at schools, at homes also they are doing their homeworks or classes on their own. But and very few parents, particularly the educated parents, those who have time, those who have interest, they were only spending time with the children and guiding their studies. But as schools were totally closed, parents were totally at home, children were 24 hours at home, parents forcefully or willingly got involved in the students' learning, because they realized that they are not able to provide the online classes to the children because of lack of device or data or network issue. And if the student will not learn, if their own children will not learn anything, and every day and each day he will spend the time by sleeping, watching mobile and TV and playing, and definitely his future will be black. So the parents themselves told that they were never so eagerly involved with the study of their children before pandemic, and it's because due to pandemic they have time, and they are realizing that now, because the child is not going to school, they must give time to their children. So they started involving them with the study of the students. They did recitation of the students, they checked the students copies, they dictated the students they different difficult words, they asked the students questions after reading by the students. So this is one of the very important positive impact, that the parents involvement with students education increased during the pandemic. And as the principal told, that COVID has left its mark. So now also few parents who have time, they are continuing that habit. That is one of the positive impact of COVID-19. Then the next positive impact of COVID-19 is that prior to COVID-19, yes, mobile was there, but the parents, the teachers, the students, everybody was using that only for merrymaking, for checking the WhatsApp and watching the YouTube, and for doing phone calling, etc. But the educative value of mobile was realized only during the pandemic. The teachers also taught using the mobile. So they learned different kinds of technologies, how to install, how to open, how to unmute, how to mute, how to do recording, how to present, how to share screen. All those things they learned, although it was forcefully. And the parents also learned the technology, and so also the children, because we are continuing our study after the COVID-19 also. The second project is which we are doing with three. I mentioned the names in the beginning. Our second project is learning loss and its recovery. So when now we are interviewing the teachers in the schools, they are telling that the children have become more smart than before. The children are now smarter. They are smarter than us. They are teaching different aspects of technology to us, and they're asking more questions to us, and they are also giving additional informations while we are teaching. And mostly it is happening in case of SST, in case of history and geography. If we are teaching something, the students are telling one more line ahead of us. So this, they think, the teachers told, that it may be because of the exposure to mobile, because they learn some additional informations also since they started using mobile rampantly. Then few of the students told that in the offline classes, the teachers only uses the blackboard. The teacher only teaches in the class in a lecture mode and uses the blackboard, and hardly they are showing some maps and some globes or some kind of things. But in the online mode, the teachers taught us history, geography, and literature by using different kinds of videos and different kinds of pictures. So we were shown different kinds of stories in the history, the stories of struggle, the stories of different king. So though mathematics and science were boring, literature were boring during online classes, but we enjoyed our classes of history, geography, and to some extent in some cases literature also, in case the teachers were showing them the story in the literature in the form of video. So this was one of the, because the teachers use different teaching aids during the online education. They share the videos, they share different pictures downloading from the internet, they share videos also through WhatsApp. So that was something interesting for the students. And the next positive impact was the parent-teacher interaction increased. This is most important because see what was happening earlier. Only there was parent-teacher meeting once in a month or twice in a month or thrice in a month. When the result is declared, there is a huge parent-teacher meeting. That was the meeting when the parents were meeting the teachers, they are interacting with the teachers. But during this pandemic and this online education system, the parents are sitting beside the children. They knew who are the teachers teaching, how the teachers teaching, what they are teaching. They interacted with the students, teachers, because the small children of the primary grade, they were not directly interacting with teachers because they were fearing the teachers, or they do not know how to type, or their parents were interacting on behalf of the students. So the parent-teacher interaction increased. The teachers also knew the parents concerns, each student's parents, and the parents also knew which teacher is teaching what, which teacher is teaching how, and they also started commenting on the teachers teaching. That's why the teachers also became conscious while taking online classes, because earlier when they are teaching in the classroom, only the students who have less knowledge than them, they were in the classroom situation. But during the online classes, the whole family is around the students during the class. So that's why they also became a little conscious. They also tried to increase the quality of their teaching during the online teaching. Now these are the four major positive impact of COVID-19: involvement of parent with students, involvement of parent with teacher, in by use of multiple teaching aid, and forceful exposure to technology or techno-savvy. Pandemic made techno-savvy, both the students, teachers, and parents. Now coming to the negative impacts of COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, it stopped the physical teaching in the classrooms. And because the students at their home, the teachers at their home, and the school was totally closed during this pandemic. And yes, on the one way, the parent-teacher interaction increased, the parent-student interaction increased, but the third pillar, the student-teacher interaction, reduced, because the online teaching was mostly a one-way teaching method. The teacher was teaching, and at the last he was asking questions, or maybe in between he was asking questions, and the students interacted less on their side, because I'm telling of the primary grade students, because they do not know how to mute, unmute, and if they are unmuting themselves at a time, all the students are unmuting themselves, so it was creating noise. So the teachers themselves muted all the students from their own side. That is why the students are able to less interact with the teachers. Then the most important negative impact of this pandemic and online education is that peer interaction decreased. That means the students remain closed in the four walls of the homes, within the boundary of their homes, and the excitement which they have to go to school, to interact with friends, because they'll have chit chat, they'll play with the friends, they'll share their experience, they'll gossip. Those things did not happen. This socialization and peer interaction decreased. Then the fourth negative impact is physical activity decrease. The students only remain seated at the homes in the chairs, and whatever they played only in their home. The physical activity which they are which they are doing while going to school, the game period, the SUPW period, the prayers, all those activities stopped. Then in the schools, the children were learning certain things by doing. That stopped, and here the children learned only by listening. Then another negative impact which the parents complained is the eye problems. Many students, first time they suffered from eye problems. They started wearing spectacles because of this excessive use of mobile. It's not because of online class, it is because of excessive use of mobile. because when the children were given mobiles, besides attending classes, they also started watching different kinds of YouTubes. They also started playing games. So this put unnecessary pressure on the children's eye. Then the next thing is content-based learning only took place. What is content-based learning? Because in the schools, the teachers were taking much more classes, 7-8 classes in a day. In the homes, they were only 2 or 3 classes were done. So the teachers only taught the content, no example, no storytelling, no humor during the classes. Which they do in the physical classes to make the classes interesting. Then the most important thing is that the writing habit of the students vanished, because they only listened and listened and listened in the online classes. They did not wrote the answers as they're doing in the offline classes in the physical mode of teaching, because there is no correction, no copy checking. So the writing habit of the students vanished, which today also it's already 9 months of doing physical classes. The teachers are telling that the handwriting of the students have become bad. The handwritings have become are not legible. They are not able to recognize the handwriting of the students. They have become so bad. The speed of the students have decreased, and the students are not really interested to write. They are making different kinds of bahanas, like I'm unable to write, my hand, there is pain in my hand, I can't write more. So today also they are making all those kind of points, all those kind of complaints to teachers. So it will take time perhaps to recover this learning loss of writing. And another thing is the teachers told that the social values, the moral values, the behavior, the discipline which are taught to the children, they lost those things in these 2 years of staying at home. They become more indisciplined, they become more truant, they become more distracted by staying at the home. And sometimes, and the moral degradation has also happened as per some of the teachers, because now the students have to tell to wish their teachers to tell namaskar. That is also some of the students they are not doing after the reopening of the schools. Then the misuse of the mobile is the most negative impact of the COVID-19 online education, which the students are not able to give up this habit. They are misusing this mobile, and they are using this mobile after going to the home for seeing different kinds of videos. The parents are trying their best, but this habit of children is still going on. Maybe it will take some more time. Do not know how much time it will take. So these are the positive and negative impacts of online education. And now coming to what are the challenges that were faced during the online education. And we have divided all the challenges into 4 parts. First one is environment related challenges. Second one is teacher related challenges. Third one is student related challenges. And fourth one is parent related challenges. So what are the environment related challenges? The network issue, the current issue. Now also we face network issue. So think of the position, the children who are living in interior areas, in the villages, how they could have done the online classes. So the network issue, the current issue are the 2 issues. And the other issues are there is no calm and quiet environment at home to do class. Because to do a class, a student needs a calm and quiet room. And every family does not have a separate room for class. And all families, and some families have 2 or 3 children. So in that case, that was a most essential problem, which the students told us that online class was good, but we are not able to get a place to listen to the teacher, because family members were going around us, family members were gossiping, and there is a lot of disturbances. So we are not able to listen to the teacher, even if we are at school, even if we had data, even if we had mobile. Then for the government teachers, they told that it was difficult to supervise each student, because the students were dispersed in all the colonies, all the wards. So the government instructed them to supervise the students learning by visiting their homes, which was not possible for them. Now, coming to the parent related challenges. What are the challenges that the parents faced? The first challenge which the parents faced is the financial inability to buy a smartphone. And this happened mostly in case of government school students. The students who are reading in the government school, their parents they do not belong to a very well-off economic background. They had phones, but they had small phones, these keypad phones. They did not have this touchpad and these smartphones. So the students at the government schools and the parents of the students of these government school students, they told that this was like a nightmare for them, how they'll buy a mobile, where from they'll bring money, and how their child would be able to do online class. And in some cases, even if parents had mobile, because data also needs money, they faced problem of data because they did not have sufficient money. Every lower class, every parent who belonged to lower class background, who had a hand to mouth subsistence, they struggled for earning money for their livelihood, to arrange lunch, dinner, to arrange food, to meet the basic necessities of life. So data was a luxury for them, and they failed to provide data to their students. And this happened mostly in case of parents who had 2-3 children. Then the parents, not all parents are literate to help their students in their teaching, learning, in their reading. So the illiterate or the less educated parents, they could not help anyway to their children. Then even though parents are literate, they are not so much acquainted with the mobile, the technical skill to use the mobile, to operate the mobile, and they have to sit with the children, which they could not, because they had also go to their work to earn money. The mothers also had to work for their home, cooking, cleaning, all those things. So even if they had mobile, even if they had data, they could not sit with the small children to help or to assist them during the online classes because of lack of time. Now, coming to the student related challenges. The first challenge was that because of one issue or the other, because of mobile issue or data issue, or because of lack of interest and lack of motivation, all the students did not attended the class. This also happened at the university level, at the college level. Then attention issue is the most important issue. Physically, when we are listening to a teacher, they are more attentive. But while attending a class in a mobile, the students told that they are distracted. Even if they are listening to the teacher, they are also listening to the parents. They are also listening to what is happening at their home. So attention was a big issue. Then they are not able to understand the subjects like science, math in this online mode. They told that they felt history, geography, and Odia very interesting, but science and mathematics, it was like going over their head. They are not able to understand much. Then they also missed their teachers and students during this online education. They missed them a lot. They are so much excited when the school will open and they'll go to class. Then they lost all their interest in doing the homework. There is no homework, there is no written habit, so they're only listening, a kind of a kind of teaching learning process which was going on. Only they were listening, they are not writing, they are not revising anything. Even if the teachers were sending PDFs in the WhatsApp, they are not writing. Then coming to the teacher related challenges, the teachers also face the network issue and the data issue. The teachers also did not have expertise with online teaching method. And the most important thing with the teachers told that they're not feeling comfortable with online teaching. Standing in a classroom, teaching the students in front of them is something different that brings a kind of excitement among the teachers, and they are feeling very passive while taking the classes in the online mode. And Then they also felt, the lack of computer, the lack of blackboard, the lack of teaching it. They just, felt that they are technically just doing the classes in the mobile because the government is telling. They had also lost interest, only just holding a mobile and teaching at the one end. They're not able to see the face of the students. They're not able to see they're not able to interact with the students. So they felt quite passive in the online classes, but the offline classes they are feeling very active, which they told. Then they also told that in the homes they suffered or the faced the problem of space, because in order to take a class also they need a very calm, quiet and silent space, silent place, which they did not get at the homes because of the availability of all the members at the home, and every kind of activities was going at the home. So there is a lot of distraction in the classes also because of space problem. And now the last part of our study was about the evaluation. So mostly the evaluations were of different kinds. Mainly it was MCQs in Google form, and sometimes worksheets were sent to the children via WhatsApp or distributed among the students. And sometimes the assessment was in the form of oral assessment only. And in some places there is no assessment at all. The students were just, promoted to the next class without any assessment. And in some places the students were told to write in the copy and submit. The parents were submitting the examination copy at the school. So these were the 5 forms of evaluation which we found during our study. Then the coming to the result and performance, the students and parents both faced few technical difficulties for this evaluation process. And the result of the evaluation was good. The students secured good exams, good marks, because unfair methods were used by the students and parents during this online examinations. Sometimes the students adopted on unfair methods, and sometimes the parents also, being excited, they told dictated the answers to the students, which was not expected from the parents. So the performance of the students in the online examinations was quite good. So and coming to the gender issue, there are 2 aspects we studied relating to online education. One is the access to technology. During coming to access to technology, we did not found any kind of gender bias in accessing the technology. Parents are giving importance to the class of the student. If the daughter's class is higher than the son's class, then the daughter was given the mobile to do class. Even if the son is son, because he belonged to the lower class, he was not given if the class is at same time. So there is no gender bias in access to technology in the family. But the teachers told that the boys are more affluent with the use of technology, what we experienced in our class and after the pandemic. So this is very interesting. There is no gender bias in the access to technology, but there was the teachers felt a little bit different regarding the use of technology. They felt that the boys are more affluent to technology. They have become more exposed to technology than the girls. Now coming to the conclusion, online instruction during the pandemic was not so effective due to challenges like one-to-one access to digital tool in household, connectivity issue, insufficient data, and these are the challenges, most important challenges. And there is a complete digital divide among the students, as not everyone in a position to take benefit of online education. The reason may be one or the other, maybe lack of device, maybe not data, or maybe network. Thus a digital divide was created among the students of all the classes, all the areas. And the students belonging to lower socio-economic background, they did not have access to device, data and network. So the final concluding line would be that COVID-19 was not only a health issue, it impacted it does not only impacted the education of the children, it impacted the social development, the physical development, and the mental development of the children during the pandemic, and which has its hangover after the pandemic too. So this is my presentation. Thank you so much.
Hello, ma'am. This is a wonderful session. I presume, ma'am, few challenges comes out in this webinar that your slides are not moving at the time of your presentation. So maybe few of us missed the slides. And most of us are students who are not acquainted with the English, and some of understand and some of don't understand what you have said. So if you are interested, please, ma'am, give show us 2 or 3 slides so that in Odia you can speak so that students are able to understand.
Yeah, sure. Slide I have made. देखो slide तो मु English रे ही करी थिली, but मु I can say the gist in Odia. मु ओडिया रे पिलांका पाई कहि दोची मे भी मु टिके प्रथम रु पचारि थिले ही थांता को लैंग्वेज रे कहबी बोली. ओके, एई स्टडी रो जोटा मेन फाइंडिंग्स थिला सेटा मु दीटा भाग रे डिवाइड करिछि. गोटे होची ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन रो माने भल प्रभाव कौन पड़िला आउ खराब प्रभाव कौन पड़िला. तो भल प्रभाव जदि आमे देखिबा, भल प्रभाव कौन पड़िला ताकू मु 4टा भाग रे डिवाइड करिछि. गोटे होची जे ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन जोगु बा पैंडेमिक समय रे छात्र छात्री आउ बापा मा पेरेंट्स तांको भितरे इंटरैक्शन टा बढ़िला आउ बापा मा छुआर पढ़ारे इन्वॉल्व हेले, जोटा कि आगुरु हो नथला. छुआ को से माने स्कूल छाड़ देले, भाबिले जे छुआ स्कूल जाउची, स्कूल ले पाठ पढुथबो, हे गला हमर ड्यूटी, स्कूल पठे देलु, ट्यूशन दे देलु. किंतु जेते बेले स्कूल फेल्ड ड्यूरिंग पैंडेमिक, स्कूल फेल हे गला, बंद हे गला, ट्यूशन बंद हे गला, सेतेले पेरेंट्स बाध्य रे छुआर पढ़ा सहित इन्वॉल्व हेले. जोटा कि पेरेंट्स निजे हमकु कहिले जे आमे आगुरु छुआर पढ़ा भितरे एते पसु नथुलो, जोटा कि पैंडेमिक परे आमे छुआर पढ़ा भितरे पसिलु. आउ सेई हैबिट एपर्यंत पेरेंट्स माने कंटिन्यू करछन्ती. थरे पढ़ारे इन्वॉल्व हेले एजुकेटेड पेरेंट जो माने जो मानकर पढ़ारे इंटरेस्ट अछि से माने छुआंको सहित एबे भी इन्वॉल्व अछन्ती, जा द्वारा सेई छुआ माने इंप्रूव करिसन्ती पढ़ारे. किंतु एटा हेई पारेनी को मानक केस रे जो मानकर पेरेंट माने लेस लिटरेट बा लेस एजुकेटेड. सेकेंड रे कोन हला ना, जेहेतु कोविड समस्त को फोर्स कला ऑनलाइन रे पढ़िया पई, समस्ते मोबाइल रो यूज आ टेक्नोलॉजी संगे एक्वेंटेड हेले, जोटा कि 2 वर्ष पूर्व नथिले. 2 वर्ष पूर्व पिला हो, पेरेंट हो, टीचर हो, मोबाइल को कोन पई यूज करूथले? व्हाट्सएप चैटिंग, कथावार्ता, यूट्यूब रे गीत सुनो, वीडियो देखो, सीरियल देखो. बट ए जो पॉजिटिव साइड, यूट्यूब रे भी सह सह लेक्चर अछि, यूट्यूब रे भी सह सह क्लास अछि, एटा तांकु जणा नथिला. जोटा स्टूडेंट माने एबे हमकु कहिले जे आमे जोटा बुझी पारुनु सेटा आमे एबे यूट्यूब रे मारी दउछु, 10टा वीडियो पळे आसुची, आमे पढी दउछु, भलरे बुझी हे जाउछु. ए जो जिंसटा कोविड सिखेला, कोविड सिखेला पिलांकु एबे किछि दरकार पडुची, पिला गूगल रे मारी दउचंती, पाई जाउचंती. जो जिंसटा आगुरु करू नथिले, बहुत कम करूथिले. जो मानकर पेरेंट के एजुकेटेड, हाईली एजुकेटेड, जो माने जानती से माने करथिले. बट दिस हैज बिकम ए कॉमन प्रैक्टिस. एटा गोटे कॉमन प्रैक्टिस एबे हे जायछि. देन टीचर्स आल्सो, टीचर माने भी जानिले, आज 5टा जिंस खोजिले से माने नेट रु पाई जाउचंती. सो दिस नॉलेज जोटा जो नुआ हैबिट फॉर्मेशन हला, इट इज बेनिफिशियल फॉर बोथ द चिल्ड्रन एंड द टीचर. तापरे कोन हला, आगुरु टीचर आ पेरेंट रो इंटरैक्शन बहुत कम थिला. जो दिन रिजल्ट बाहर से दिन पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग हम, से दिन पेरेंट भेटिबे टीचर को. अदरवाइज टीचर माने फोन नंबर दौ नथिले पेरेंट मान को, फोन मना करिसंती स्कूल ले कहिबे किबा दौ नथिले, बट दे आर बाउंड टू गिव देयर फोन नंबर ड्यूरिंग दिस पैंडेमिक. त आउ एई पैंडेमिक रे छोटो छुआ टीचर सहित तो इंटरैक्शन करू नथिले, माने डरुथिले. ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟ ହିଁ ଇଣ୍ଟରାକ୍ସନ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ। ତ ଏ ଯେଉଁ ଶିକ୍ଷକ ଆଉ ଅଭିଭାବକ ସମ୍ପର୍କଟା ବଢ଼ିଛି ଆଉ ଭଲ ହେଇଛି ଏଇ କୋଭିଡ ସମୟରେ ଆଉ କୋଭିଡ ପରେ ମଧ୍ୟ। ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ହେଉଛି କୋଭିଡ ଯେଉଁଟା ପଜିଟିଭ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଇଛି ଆମକୁ ଏଜୁକେସନ୍ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ନେଗେଟିଭ ବା ଖରାପ ଜିନିଷ କ'ଣ ଆସିଲା? ଖରାପ ଜିନିଷ ହେଲା ଯେ ଟିଚର ଆଉ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଭିତରେ ମିଳାମିଶାଟା କମି ଯାଇଥିଲା। ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ସାଙ୍ଗସାଥୀଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ମିଳାମିଶାଟା କମିଗଲା, ତାଙ୍କର ଯେଉଁ ଫିଜିକାଲ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି କମିଗଲା, ଖେଳିବା, ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଯେଉଁ ଖେଳ ହୁଏ, SUPW କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହୁଏ, ସ୍କୁଲ ଯିବା, ଚାଲି ଚାଲି ହଉ, ସାଇକ୍ଲିଂ କରିକି ହଉ, ଦୌଡ଼ାଦୌଡ଼ି କରିବା, ମିଶାମିଶି କରିବା, ବସିବା, ଉଠିବା, ଏସବୁ କମି ଯାଇଥିଲା। ପିଲା ଅଳସୁଆ ହେଇଗଲେ। ଏବେ ବି ଟିଚର ମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଏବେ ବି ମାନେ ସେଇ ଅଳସୁଆମୀଟା ଯାଇନି, ଆମକୁ ଆହୁରି ଠେଲିବାକୁ ପଡୁଛି। ତ ଅଳସୁଆ ହେଇଗଲେ, ଫିଜିକାଲି ଯେଉଁ ମାନେ ସ୍ଥାଣୁ ହେଇଗଲେ, ତେଣୁ ବସିବାକୁ ଖାଲି ଭଲ ଲାଗୁଛି ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ, ବେଶୀ ଆକ୍ଟିଭ ସେମାନେ ହେଇପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ତାପରେ ଆସିଲା ତାଙ୍କର ଆଖି ଉପରେ ବହୁତ ପ୍ରେସର ପଡ଼ିଲା। ଏକରେ ତ ପଢ଼ିବା ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ମୋବାଇଲ ଧରିଲେ, ଲ୍ୟାପଟପ୍ ଡେସ୍କଟପ୍ ୟୁଜ୍ କଲେ। ଦୁଇରେ ପଢ଼ିବା ବାଦ ମଧ୍ୟ ମୋବାଇଲରେ ଚିପକିକି ରହିଲେ, ଯେଉଁଟା ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ବି ସେମାନେ ଛାଡ଼ି ପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ଛୁଆମାନେ ଲୁଚି ଲୁଚି ମୋବାଇଲ ଦେଖିବା, ବାପା ମା ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ, ଛୁଆ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ, ନହେଲେ ଲାଟ୍ରିନ୍ ଭିତରେ ଯାଇ ମୋବାଇଲଟା ଧରି ପଳେଇବା, ଘଣ୍ଟା ଘଣ୍ଟା ଲାଟ୍ରିନ୍ରେ ବସିବା। ତ ଏସବୁ ଶୋଇ ସାରିଲା ପରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଶୋଇଥିବେ, ଛୁଆ ମୋବାଇଲ ଦେଖୁଥିବ। ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଡେଭଲପ୍ ହେଲା, ଏଇଟା ହେଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ଖରାପ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ। କୋଭିଡ ସରିବାର ବର୍ଷେ ହେଇଗଲା ପରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଏ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଯାଇନି। ତାପରେ ହେଉଛି ପିଲାଙ୍କର ଲେଖିବା ହାବିଟ୍ ପୁରା ପଳେଇଲା। ଏଇଟା ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି କେସ୍ରେ ହେଇଛି, କଲେଜ କେସ୍ରେ ହେଇଛି, ଛୋଟ ପିଲାଙ୍କ କେସ୍ରେ ବି ହେଇଛି। ପିଲା ଲେଖିବାକୁ ଆଉ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି, ବହୁତ ହଦରୁଛନ୍ତି। ଇଭେନ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ ଟିଚର ଲେଖିବା ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ୍ କଲେ ସେମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ହାତ କାଟୁଛି, ହାତ ବଥଉଛି, ତାଙ୍କ ଲେଖିବା ସ୍ପିଡ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛି, ସ୍ପିଡ୍ କମିଯାଇଛି, ତାଙ୍କ ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡରାଇଟିଂ ଖରାପ ହେଇଯାଇଛି, ଲେଖିବାରେ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ତାଙ୍କର ଆସୁନି ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ବି। ସେମାନେ ଖାଲି ପଢ଼ିବାଟାକୁ ହିଁ ପାଠ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି, ଲେଖା ଅଭ୍ୟାସଟା ପିଲାଙ୍କର ପୁରା କମିଯାଇଛି, ଯେଉଁଥିପାଇଁ କି ପରଫର୍ମାନ୍ସ ମଧ୍ୟ ଖରାପ ହେଉଛି। ତ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ହେଉଛି ଯେଉଁ ମୋରାଲ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ, ସୋସିଆଲ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ଟିଚର ମାନେ ଶିଖାନ୍ତି, ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ଶିଖାନ୍ତି, ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ସେଥିରେ ଚେନ୍ଟା ବ୍ରେକ୍ ହେଇଗଲା, ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରୋସେସ୍ ବ୍ରେକ୍ ହେଇଗଲା। ତ ଏବେ ଟିଚର ମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି, କିଛି ପିଲା ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଆସିଲେ ନମସ୍କାର ବି ମାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ଦେ ହାଭ୍ ଫରଗଟନ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ୍। ଆଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ଟିକେ ଇନଡିସିପ୍ଲିନ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛନ୍ତି, ପିଲାମାନେ ଟିକେ ବେଶୀ ଭୋକାଲ ହେଇଯାଇଛନ୍ତି। So this is because of exposure to mobile and different kinds of videos. So these are the ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ହେଉଛି କ'ଣ ଖରାପ ପ୍ରଭାବ ଯେଉଁଟା ପଡ଼ିଲା। ତାପରେ ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ଆମର ଅନଲାଇନ୍ ଏଜୁକେସନ୍ ହେଲା, କ'ଣ କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ରହିଲା? ଗୋଟେ ଅସୁବିଧା ରହୁଛି ପିଲାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ମୋବାଇଲ ନଥିଲା, ଲ୍ୟାପଟପ୍ ଡେସ୍କଟପ୍ ନଥିଲା। ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ଅସୁବିଧା ହେଉଛି ପିଲାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଡାଟା ନଥିଲା, ଡାଟା କିଣିବା ପାଇଁ ପଇସା ନଥିଲା। ତାପରେ ହେଉଛି ଗାଁ ଗହଳି ଏରିଆରେ ନେଟୱାର୍କ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ରହୁଥିଲା। ତାପରେ ହେଉଛି ଯାହା ପାଖରେ ମୋବାଇଲ ବି ଥିଲା, ଡାଟା ବି ଥିଲା, ନେଟୱାର୍କ ବି ଥିଲା, ଘରେ ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ରୁମ୍ ନଥିଲା, ଗୋଟେ ଛୁଆ ମାନେ ମନ ଦେଇ ଟିଚର କ'ଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଶୁଣିବ ବୋଲି। ତ ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଥିଲା ଏନଭାଇରନମେଣ୍ଟ, ପରିବେଶ ରିଲେଟେଡ୍ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜ। ତାପରେ ରହିଲା ପିତାମାତା, ଅଭିଭାବକ କ'ଣ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜ ଫେସ୍ କଲେ। ଯେହେତୁ ଏଜୁକେସନଟା ମୁଁ କହିଛି 3ଟା ପିଲା, ଅଭିଭାବକ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲା, ଟିଚର ଗୋଟେ ପିଲା, ଶିକ୍ଷକ ଆଉ ଛାତ୍ର ଗୋଟେ ପିଲା। ତ ଅଭିଭାବକ କେସ୍ରେ କ'ଣ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ରହିଲା ନା, ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖେ ହଠାତ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ କହିଲା ଅନଲାଇନ୍ ଏଜୁକେସନ୍ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କର, ସବୁ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟଙ୍କ ପାଖେ ସ୍ମାର୍ଟଫୋନ୍ ନଥିଲା, ବଡ଼ ଫୋନ୍, ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ବାଲା ଫୋନ୍ ନଥିଲା, ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ପାଖେ ପଇସା ବି ନଥିଲା କିଣିବା ପାଇଁ। ଏମିତି କେସ୍ ଆମେ ପାଇଲୁ, ଗାଁ ଗହଳିରେ କିଏ ଗାଈ ବିକି ଦେଇଛି, କାହା ମା ସୁନା ବନ୍ଧା ପକେଇ ଦେଇଛି, କୋଉଠି ସାଇକେଲ ବିକ୍ରି କରିଦେଇଛି, କୋଉଠି କୋଉ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟ ବନ୍ଧା ପକେଇଛି। ତ ଏମିତି କରିକିନା ବି ଯେଉଁମାନଙ୍କର ଛୁଆମାନେ ହାୟର କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ ଥିଲେ, ନବମ ଦଶମ, ସେମାନେ ମୋବାଇଲ କିଣିଛନ୍ତି। କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋବାଇଲ କିଣିଲା ପରେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ହେଲା ଡାଟା ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍। ସେମାନେ ଯେତିକି ଡାଟା ରିଚାର୍ଜ କରୁଥିଲେ ସରିଯାଉଥିଲା। ସରିବାର କାରଣ ହେଉଛି ଛୁଆ ଯେତିକି କ୍ଲାସ୍ ତ କରୁଥିଲେ, ବାକି ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବ ଦେଖିଦେଉଥିଲେ। ତ ସଫିସିଏଣ୍ଟ ଡାଟା ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମଧ୍ୟ କିଛି ଗରିବ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ଼ କରିପାରିନଥିଲେ। ତାପରେ ହେଉଛି ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନେ ହେଲ୍ପ କରିପାରିଲେନି ଛୁଆମାନଙ୍କୁ, ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଏଜୁକେଟେଡ୍ ନୁହନ୍ତି। ଦେଖ, ଯେତେ ଲୋ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହେଲାରୁ ଆଜିକାଲି ବାପା ମା ପିଲାକୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ସ୍କୁଲ ପଠାଉଛନ୍ତି। ସେମାନେ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ଇଂଲିଶ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ସ୍କୁଲ ପଢ଼ିଲେ ପିଲାଟା ଚାକିରି ପାଇଯିବ, ଇଂଲିଶ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ସ୍କୁଲ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ସ୍କୁଲଠୁ ଭଲ। କିନ୍ତୁ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ତ ଆଡ଼ମିସନ୍ କରିଦେଇଥିଲେ ପଇସା ଦେଇକି, ଯେମିତି ସେମିତି ହଉ। ଏ କରୋନା ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ଦେ ଡୁ ନଟ୍ ନୋ ଇଂଲିଶ। ସେମାନେ ଛୁଆଙ୍କୁ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାରର ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିପାରିଲେନି ପଢ଼ାରେ, ପିଲାମାନେ ବହୁତ ଡାଉନ୍ ହେଇଗଲେ। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଇମ୍ପାକ୍ଟ ଦେଖାଯାଇଛି କରୋନା ପରେ, ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଇଂଲିଶ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ ସବୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ସ୍କୁଲକୁ ପଳେଇ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ଏଇ ଲୋୟର ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ ବ୍ୟାକଗ୍ରାଉଣ୍ଡର ପିଲା। କାହିଁକି ସେମାନେ 2 ବର୍ଷ କିଛି ପଢ଼ି ପାରିଲେନି, ମୋବାଇଲ ନଥିଲା, ବାପା ମା ପଢ଼େଇ ପାରିଲେନି। ସେମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସ୍କୁଲ ଖୋଲିଲା 2 ବର୍ଷ ପରେ 2 କ୍ଲାସର ପିଲା 4 କ୍ଲାସକୁ ଗଲା, ସେ କିଛି ପାଠ ବୁଝି ପାରିଲାନି। ସେ ପିଲାକୁ ଆଣିକି ପୁଣି ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଆଡମିସନ୍ କଲେ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍। ଏମିତି ବି ହେଇଛି। ତାପରେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି କିଛିଟା କେସ୍ରେ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟ ଏଜୁକେଟେଡ୍, ଘରେ ମୋବାଇଲ ଥିଲା, ଡାଟା ଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଟାଇମ୍ ନଥିଲା। କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ନା ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟ ଜବ୍ ହୋଲ୍ଡର ଥିଲେ, ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଟାଇମ୍ ନଥିଲା ଛୁଆ ପାଖେ ବସିକି ପଢ଼େଇବା ପାଇଁ, ଛୁଆର ଅନଲାଇନ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ବେଳେ ତା ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ ରହିବା ପାଇଁ, ବିକଜ ଏମାନେ ଛୋଟ ଛୁଆଙ୍କ କେସ୍ରେ ଏମିତି ହେଇଥିଲା। ତ ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ହେଲା ଅଭିଭାବକ ମାନେ ଯେଉଁ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ, ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନେ, ବାପା ମା ମାନେ। ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଆସିବା ଛାତ୍ରଛାତ୍ରୀମାନେ। ଛାତ୍ରଛାତ୍ରୀମାନେ କ'ଣ କହିଲେ, ବିକଜ ମୋବାଇଲ ନାହିଁ, ଡାଟା ନାହିଁ, କ୍ଲାସ୍ ମୋର୍ ଦାନ୍ 50% କରିପାରିନାହାନ୍ତି। ଯେଉଁମାନେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ କହିଲେ ମୋବାଇଲରେ ପଢ଼ିଲେ ବେଶୀ ମୁଣ୍ଡକୁ ପଶୁନଥିଲା, ଏଇ ସାଇନ୍ସ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକ୍ସ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଉପରେ ପଳାଉଥିଲା, ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଜୋଗ୍ରାଫି ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଚଳିବ, ସେଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ବୁଝି ହେଉଥିଲା, ତ ଏତେ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂ ଲାଗୁନଥିଲା। ତ ମୋବାଇଲଟା ଧରୁଥିଲୁ କିନ୍ତୁ ପାଠଟା ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଭିତରେ ପଶୁନଥିଲା କିମ୍ବା ଶୁଣିବା ପାଇଁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ହେଉନଥିଲା, ଖାଲି ଘରେ କହୁଥିଲେ ବୋଲି ମୋବାଇଲ ଧରି ବସୁଥିଲୁ, କିଏ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡାନ୍ସ ପଡ଼ିବ ବୋଲି ମୋବାଇଲ ଧରି ବସୁଥିଲୁ, ଏଇଟା ଥିଲା। ତାପରେ ହେଉଛି ଯେଉଁ ଟିଚରଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ତାଙ୍କର ମିଳାମିଶା କମି ଯାଇଥିଲା, ଛାତ୍ରଛାତ୍ରୀମାନଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ତାଙ୍କର ମିଳାମିଶା କମି ଯାଇଥିଲା। ଯେଉଁ ତାପରେ ତାଙ୍କର କିଛି ହୋମୱାର୍କ କରେକ୍ସନ୍ ହେଉନଥିଲା, ଟିଚର ହୋମୱାର୍କ ଦେଉଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଟା କିଛି କରେକ୍ସନ୍ ହେଉନଥିଲା, ତେଣୁ ସେମାନେ କିଛି ହୋମୱାର୍କ କରୁନଥିଲେ। ତେଣୁ ସେମାନେ 2 ବର୍ଷ ପ୍ରାୟ ପାଖାପାଖି କିଛି କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଆନ୍ସର ଲେଖାପଢ଼ା କରିନାହାନ୍ତି ଖାତାରେ, ଯେଉଁଟାକି ଏବେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଅସୁବିଧା ହେଉଛି। ଏବେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଲେଖିବାକୁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ହେଉନି, କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଆନ୍ସର ଲେଖି ସେମାନେ ଜାଣୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ତ ଏଇସବୁ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ସେମାନେ ଫେସ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି। ତ ଏଇଗୁଡ଼ାକ ହେଉଛି ଆମର ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ଯେଉଁ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜେସ୍ ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ, ଅସୁବିଧା ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ। ତାପରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଖା ହେଇଥିଲା କ'ଣ ନା, ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ସବୁ ମଲ୍ଟିପୁଲ୍ ଚଏସ୍ MCQରେ ହେଇଥିଲା, କିମ୍ବା ପାର୍ଟିରେ ହେଇଥିଲା, ଓରାଲ୍ ଆସେସମେଣ୍ଟ ଛୋଟ ପିଲାଙ୍କ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ହେଇଥିଲା, କିମ୍ବା କୌଣସି ପରୀକ୍ଷା ହେଇନଥିଲା। ପରୀକ୍ଷା ନାହିଁ ମାନେ ପଢ଼ା ନାହିଁ। ଏବେ ଅଫଲାଇନ୍ ସ୍କୁଲ ଖୋଲିଗଲା, ପଢ଼ା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଇଗଲା, ଏବେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେଗୁଡ଼ା ଗୋଟେ ବର୍ଡନ୍ ଲାଗୁଛି, ତାଙ୍କ ଲେଖିବାର ଅଭ୍ୟାସ ନାହିଁ, ପଢ଼ିବା ଅଭ୍ୟାସ କମିଯାଇଛି, ସୋ ଇଟ୍ ହାଜ୍ ବିକମ୍ ଏ ବର୍ଡନ୍। ତ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ହେଇଥିଲା, ଅନଲାଇନ୍ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ ବେଳେ ପିଲା ସବୁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଅନଏଥିକାଲ ୱେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିକି ଖାତା ଦେଖି ଦେଖି ଲେଖି ପକାଇଥିଲେ। ବହୁତ କେସ୍ରେ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମଧ୍ୟ କହିଦେଇଥିଲେ। ତ ଅନଲାଇନ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ମାନଙ୍କର ରିଜଲ୍ଟ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ହେଇଥିଲା। ଏବେ ଅଫଲାଇନ୍ ସେମାନେ ଆସିଲା ବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ରିଜଲ୍ଟ ସବୁ ବହୁତ ଖରାପ। ଟିଚର ମାନେ କହିଲେ ଆମେ ବହୁତ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟକୁ ଭଲ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଭାବୁଥିଲୁ, ଦେଖିଲା ବେଳକୁ ସେମାନେ ସ୍କୁଲରେ କିଛି କହିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ବିକଜ ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ହେଲ୍ପ କରିଥିଲେ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ରେ, ଯେଉଁଥିପାଇଁ ଦେ ସିକ୍ୟୁର୍ଡ ଗୁଡ୍ ମାର୍କସ୍। ବଟ୍ ଏବେ ସ୍କୁଲକୁ ଆସିଲା ପରେ ତାଙ୍କ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡଟା ଜଣାପଡ଼ୁଛି। ତ ଏଇସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ରହିଥିଲା ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ ରିଲେଟେଡ୍ ଅସୁବିଧା ବା ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜ। ସୋ ଏଇସବୁ ଥିଲା ମୋର ଷ୍ଟଡିର ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଏସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ। ଗୋଟେ ହେଉଛି ପଜିଟିଭ୍ ସାଇଡ୍, ନେଗେଟିଭ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦିସ୍ ଅନଲାଇନ୍ ଏଜୁକେସନ୍। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଉଛି ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ, ଟିଚର କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ, ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଉଛି ପରିବେଶ ବା ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ଯୋଗୁଁ କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ଆମେ ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ। ଏମିତି 4 ଭାଗରେ ବିଭକ୍ତ କରାଯାଇଥିଲା କ'ଣ କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ଫେସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ। ଆଉ ଏଇ ଷ୍ଟଡିଟା କାହିଁକି କରାହେଉଛି କିମ୍ବା ୟାର ରିଜଲ୍ଟଟା ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ, ବିକଜ ଅନଲାଇନ୍ ଏଜୁକେସନ୍ ଗୋଟେ ବିଜନେସ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛି ଆଫ୍ଟର ପ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡାମିକ୍। Everyone is starting a YouTube channel, everyone is starting a Google class, बहुत advertisement होची, online coaching, online tuition, online preparation for everything. But we need to know how effective is online mode of teaching. अब को जिनसरे असुविधा रही ऑनलाइन टीचिंग रो, पेरेंट्स माने भी एते affected हो जाइछंती बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स एंड ऑल। से भावुंट ऑनलाइन कोचिंग देदेले आम पिला घरे बसी मेडिकल पाइज, ऑनलाइन कोचिंग देदेले आम पिला घरे बसी इंजीनियरिंग पाइज, मु ऑनलाइन टीचर पाकू कहीं पठेबी ट्यूशन, मु ऑनलाइन बाइजूस रे पढ़ेबी। इवन LKG UKG छुआंको पाई मधे बाइजूस खोल देछि। टीचर माने भावुंट, पेरेंट्स माने मु गोटे ब्रांडेड कोचिंग कंपनी रे पढ़ेले मो छुआ पाठ पढ़िबो, बट आमको जानिया को पड़िबो जे इफेक्टिवनेस टा कोन रहउची ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन रो, आ को जगह रे प्रॉब्लम रहउची। जदि सेई जगह रो से प्रॉब्लम टा दूर करा जाय परिबो ताहले जाई ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन इफेक्टिव हे जीवो नहले जो माने ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन टाको गोटे बिजनेस भाव रे नै चंती से मानकर बिजनेस तो भलो हे जीवो पेरेंट्स मान को आशा पानी रे मिसिबो आ स्टूडेंट मानकर कैरियर खराब हो सो वी हैव टू कंबाइन both the online and offline. We have to remove the barriers in the online education. That's all. Thank you.
It's a wonderful session, ma'am. ମୁଁ ଆଶା କରୁଛି କି ସମସ୍ତେ ଏଥିରୁ ଶିଖିବାକୁ ପାଇଥିବେ ବହୁତ ହି ଭଲ ଥିଲା ସେସନ ମ୍ୟାଡମ ଆଉ ଯଦି ୟା ଭିତରୁ ଯଦି କିଏ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ପଚାରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି if anyone have questions or anything please feel free to ask. ଆମ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଦାମ ସାର୍ ଶତ୍ରୁପା ମ୍ୟାଡମ ଆଉ ପ୍ରାଜପ୍ତି ମ୍ୟାଡମ ମଧ୍ୟ ଅଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରଦୀପ ସାର୍ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସାର୍ କିଛି ଯଦି ମ୍ୟାଡମ ଯଦି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ଅଛି ଯଦି ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ
ସତରୂପା ମ୍ୟାଡମ ନମସ୍କାର ଭଲ ଅଛନ୍ତି
Hello, madam.
ଭଲ
Good to
ଅଛନ୍ତି
see you after a long time.
ହଁ
ଭଲ
ମ୍ୟାଡମ
ଅଛି madam.
ବହୁତ ବର୍ଷ ପରେ
ବହୁତ ବର୍ଷ ପରେ। ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଲାଗିଲା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଡେଲିବରେସନ ଆଉ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଆସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦିଗକୁ ନେଇକି ଆପଣ ଡିସ୍କସନ କଲେ ଯାହା ଆମେ ଏଇ ଲାଷ୍ଟ 2 years ରେ ଫେସ୍ କରିଛେ ଆଉ କିଛିଟା ମାନେ ଅନୁଭବ କରିଛେ ତେଣୁ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଲାଗିଲା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ
yes madam as a teacher ତ ଆମେ ସବୁ experience କରିଚନ୍ତି actually the purpose was this project was documentation because pandemic ସରିଗଲା it will go away but the learnings the challenges ଏଥିରୁ ଆମେ କ'ଣ take away এই situation କ'ଣ take away ରହିଲା and in future what should be done to make online education more effective ସେଇଟା ହଉଛି purpose ଥିଲା studyର because once it is documented that will remain forever and ଯାହା କିଛି challenges ରହିଲା ତାକୁ ଆମେ ଯଦି makeup କରିବା then the blended mode can be the best method of teaching and learning.
But definitely, as you said, these effects continue to persist. It's not as if the students, they have got over these effects of the pandemic or online teaching. But these effects persist, and that is why, as you said, documentation is really essential, so that we make sense of everything that was happening, in the teaching learning process during this.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, this is a project which I'm doing combinedly with one of the professors of education. It is actually her idea. So in the first phase during the pandemic, we did the study about the process, about the challenges faced by the parents, teachers, students, and the environment-related challenges. And in between, there was a movement whether online education should be stopped because it is ineffective. But the study has result like it is not totally ineffective, it is not totally effective, but it is a stopgap solution during this collapsed situation. And now the second phase of study is going on, that is learning loss and the recovery. That means what are the steps taken by the teachers, the government, the schools to recover the learning loss that the students have made, and how far this learning loss has been recovered. In 3 phases we are doing it. There was a baseline test at the beginning in the April and in June to test the actual ability of the students after coming to school, and based on the result of baseline test a module was developed, and the teachers gave a crash course kind of thing to the students, the fundamental things that the students should learn while coming to class 3, while coming to class 2. Now before this Dasara, again the baseline test 2 has been done, and the marks secured by the student in the first baseline test and this baseline test will be compared. and analysis will be done that how the students have improved, whether a particular student has improved or not. If he or she has improved, whether he has improved in mathematics, whether he has improved in English, or whether he has improved in all the subjects. So each individual student's performance will be analyzed in this baseline test too. Then again, this half yearly annual, this complete process will be monitored for 1 year. And our purpose is also to know that how much time it took to recover the learning loss of 2 years, whether the students could recover it in 1 year, in 2 year, or it will take more time. And these habits, the hangovers of COVID-19, I mean, still students are, so much addicted to mobile. They're not interested to write, they're not interested to do homework. And they are remaining absent if the if the teacher is, insisting for homework. That is one of the reason, because the students are not able to write and not interested to write. And if continuously one student is not writing, the teacher is giving punishment or telling continuously, he is remaining absent on the day of copy checking. So these are the, problems that are still they are facing. And the teachers told that the students, they are not able to sit, the students are not able to sit in the class. At every period they need to go toilet, and in the half of the period also they need to go toilet. So because that, sitting at one place, having attentively attending the class, that the students have lost. So this kind of post-pandemic study is also going on. We are going to schools and interviewing the teachers, and the government is also taking a lot of interest to recover this learning loss. So it's going on.
It's wonderful to know. That is a really nice project, and the findings would be definitely helpful. And it's great that you're collaborating with your colleague from the education department. As you pointed out, all these things need to be studied and analyzed. So thank you for your observation.
Thank you, madam.
Congratulations, ma'am. ମୁଁ ଆସିଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଏଇଟା ପୁରା ନିଜ ଆଖିରେ ଦେଖିଛି ଅବଜାର୍ଭ ଆଉ ମୁଁ ସମ୍ବଲପୁରରେ ଗୋଟେ ହୋମ୍ ଟ୍ୟୁଟର ବି ଥିଲି ତ ଟାଉନରେ ଆମର ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ସ ଜାଣିଛି ଅନଲାଇନ୍ ଟିଚିଂରେ କାଣା କାଣା ହେଇଥିଲା କି ସୋ ଇଟ୍ ୱିଲ୍ ବି ହେଲ୍ପଫୁଲ୍ in the future. Now I would like to invite one of our students, Hira Prasad, to give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Speaker Dr. Nivedita Nath and our principal Dr. Maharana, HOD Department of Anthropology, Vikram Kumar Jana, our students, my friends, and teachers. University. I am Hira Prasad, Anthropology. I would like to thank our HOD for giving me this opportunity to speak on this auspicious occasion. And it is a matter of honor for me. Undoubtedly, this program generates a tremendous knowledge for all sections, academic and fruitful for our generation. I personally, though many thought process, indeed would agree with me. Coming to vote of thanks of degree I would like to thank Honorable Speaker Dr. Nivedita Nath for her thought-provoking deliberation. I would also like to thank our HOD, Mr. Vikram Kumar Jana sir, and Ashutosh Pradhan sir for organizing such a wonderful program. And lastly, I would like to thank all teachers, research scholars, students, and my friends present over here. Because without all of you, this program would not be successful. Thank you, everyone. Wish you an advance happy Diwali. Thank you. Sorry if did I any mistake.
It was nice.
It was nice, Hira. Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you, ma'am. And if anything, we will, if anything, we will decide to do any future events like webinar or seminar. You are invited, and it is your idea that we are right now doing this webinar. I know how it is going on and how it has been, and yes, it is. You are just like a guardian. I may say that you are a guardian angel to us for this beginning, and thank you for this wonderful idea to initiate, and we will continue to do so. This maybe better for this department. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Am I
Yes,
audible or something?
yes, you are audible. Thank you so much for inviting, and please continue this. Try to do one webinar in a month, because that will give exposure to students, and others will also know about Model Degree College Devgarh, and it will help you during NAC. That is the most important thing. Because during the time of NAC, Satarupa madam, in women's college, when NAC will come, we'll search for what we have done. So it's
That's
better
true. I
to do.
remember at that time, all those things that we had to do. So yes, I'm
Yes.
really happy that we could begin something here, and we hope that though it is a newly established college, it was established in 2016. We hope that together we can take it forward and bring about some positive changes.
Yes, and I think Model Degree College Devgarh is doing also, because last time you were doing one literature related, what I have
Yes.
seen. I think if we compare also other Model Degree Colleges, Model Degree College Devgarh is already ahead, and so and you are there, Vikram is there, so definitely MDC has a great future.
We are trying, ma'am. We are trying.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. It
We are
was so
trying
nice
our best
meeting you.
to.
I could not join from the beginning because I was engaging a class, but after the class, immediately I joined, and it was
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Thank you, madam. Thank you,
So we
madam.
wish you, all the best, and may you complete this project, and may it, help others learn about these aspects. And also, we wish you all the best for a nice tenure at Kalahandi University.
Thank you, madam. I came to Bhavani Patna and you left.
By that time I left. Otherwise, we would have met there.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye.
madam. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Now
bye.
it's
Thank
time to close the session. Yes.
you. Bye.
Bye, madam.